Hello, my name's Kevin, better known as Graphics. I want to talk about Asset Manager, the latest version. There's been a couple of updates. One of the main features is to the library. The library allows you to edit single FPEs and to change any settings that you like. But some of the legacy items, especially from classics, we have a problem where you're still using FPI rather than Lua, and the main problem is they don't have a shader assigned to them. So there's a new tool called Check FPEs. What this will allow you to do, it will scan the folder and update to whatever entity shader you want. So if we go to the Classics Dungeons, so bear with me. I've already got a backup of my Classics folder, so I recommend before you do this, you do back up your folder. It's not really going to be a problem, but you need to back up your folder. So if we go to Game Guru, Files, Entity Bank, Classics, I'm on the Dungeons, so we choose Dungeons, click OK, and it's found the 11 FPEs. If you look, there's 11. So all we need to decide now is what shader we want. The DirectX 9 one is a basic, entity basic. The DirectX 11 is APBR. I use PBR, so I'm going to stay with PBR. We'll now tell it to check them and update as necessary, and it's done it. Quick as that. So if we refresh this screen, bring them back up, you see now that it's calling the Lua scripts and it's added the effect of APBR. Once you select your shader with that application, you cannot go back. It'd have to be manual. So if you want to change that to Entity Basic, you'd have to go in and manually edit it. So choose your shader with care at the beginning. Okay. Another thing I've added is DirectX hardware rendering to 3D Viewer. So if we import a model, I'm going to choose my air conditioner model. If there's an FPE, which I know there is for this, it will automatically bring in the texture that's been assigned in the FPE, which is another time saver. So what does the DirectX rendering do? Well, basically it speeds up the processing. The CPU is still being used for the application, but to display the model and to make the changes is all done with the GPU. We can see this if we run the DXDiags. So if I bring this screen across, it's popped up on my second monitor. Just bear with me. Need to get it to the right size and drag it. Here we go. Let's just make it a little bit smaller. So what this does, it's telling you real time of what's happening. So if I move the model, you'll see the figures change and the draw calls count increases. The thing about the DX hardware rendering is that it doesn't use it as default. It'll use it if it finds a DX card. So if your card supports DX 9 or above, it will automatically use hardware rendering. If it doesn't, it will fall back to software rendering. So there's no difference in if you're using it on a laptop or whatever, it will still run. The other main thing I've done is Menu Creator. I've now added the option of being able to move your buttons. So let's just quickly go through setting up a screen. Okay, so here's our buttons. We'll add an image to these buttons. So we'll have the gold frame, I think. Same, a hover button. Okay, the feature here now, what it does, it actually shows your preview. If you notice, I only chose the About button. If we go back, and add the images to all the buttons and then go back again, you see now they've all got them. So it's a live preview now. The other thing we can do is more settings will allow you to drag the buttons vertically up or down to wherever you want on the screen. So if you had a title going across the middle of your screen, you can move the buttons so they miss out your title. So if you put the buttons there at the bottom, click on update, they're on the bottom. Confirm that. Or you can have the resume button at the bottom or at the top. Keep it standing. We can remove the load and save button, remove load or remove just the save. We can remove the about button. Click on confirm, and this is what your title screen will look like. As far as the loading screen, about screen, lost screen, the buttons won't show on there. It's just the title screen. It's just a preview to give you an idea of what it will look like. So sorry it's been brief, but I just wanted to go through a couple of things and just say thank you to all that are using Asset Manager. Speak soon. Bye.